be really fun to have a fanfic based on the shows Violetta and ssoyLuna, where we find out that Sharon is actually a huge fan of Francesca and Diego from UMix. So I think it'd be really fun if they had come over originally to tell Ray that they're expecting, because they're married, in my opinion. They'd be married at this point. And then Sharon comes in, thinks that this was a surprise from Ray, and somehow we found out about her secret fandom. So she's like, oh my gosh, it's the Francesca and Diego. How'd you know I was a fan of them? Ray, or whatever. Sharon comes in and says that. And, we start off with, no, let's go back. Starting with, they're in the, mansion, and there's a knock at the door. It's Fran and Diego. They come in, Ray's like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here right now. And you and Fran are like, we know, but we have something we gotta tell you. And as that happens, Sharon comes in because Ray's being distracted by this scenario. He's not responding to her. So Sharon comes in and is immediately shocked that it's the Diego and Fran from UMix. And she reveals she's a big fan. That's how the heck does Ray, it's Ray in this. How the heck do you find out about her secret fandom? Comes in, asks, oh my gosh, it's the Diego and Fran. How'd you know I was a fan of them, Ray? And he's like, wait, you're a fan of them? And Diego and Fran share the same looks of like, what? kind of thing. And Sharon's like, just don't tell anyone, please. I just can't believe you got them here. And, where do we go from here? Okay, sorry. I was watching a lot recently. What happens next? She's shocked. Maybe Fran asks Ray, who's this? Maybe they haven't met yet. So Ray asks Ray, who is this? To Sharon, about Sharon. Sharon's like, Ray says, well, this is Sharon, my boss. And then Diego's like, this is Sharon? Like, this is not what I expected, kind of thing. Based on how you describe her at home, kind of thing. Sharon's like, wait, how does he describe me? And how do you know each other? Like, and then Diego describes, well, I don't think you want to know. Maybe that could be really funny. And Sharon be like, no, you have to tell me. And I feel like she'll be like, just tell me what he said about me. And then they try their best to lie their way out of it, because they've only ever heard him ranting about the frustrating parts of, being about Sharon's attitude and everything. So it's like trying to be very discreet and mindful of how they describe this scenario, kind of thing. Maybe. Then, or maybe before they start explaining Ray's like, yeah, or to go into too much detail. It's like, this is my son and daughter-in-law. And they're here to see me. Or no, scratch that. He says, actually, these two are here to see me. I didn't know you were even a fan of them. Sharon asks, but then, what are they here to see you for? Like, they're these big stars and they're coming to see you. Like, kind of attitude to it, maybe. Not entirely certain on that one yet. But yeah, they ask, and Ray explains that the reason they're here to see him is because they're his son and daughter-in-law, right? And they were about to tell me something when you walked in, kind of thing. So, back to you guys. What's the news you have to tell me? And they reveal that they're expecting, and they would like Gregorio to be part of the process, or maybe Fran accidentally calls him Gregorio instead of Ray, and that's how they realize, okay, so is your name Gregorio or is it Ray? Like, kind of thing. And Gregorio is so happy that he's gonna be a grandpa, he faints. And I don't know where to go on from that point. But I think it'd be a fun story. Slightly similar to another one I wrote, but not the exact same. Different, slightly. Anyway, that's it. Take 2 of this one. So, we start off where they come in and where Diego and Fran show up in the Benson mansion to talk to Ray. Little rewrite here. Ray's shocked because they're not supposed to be there. He explains, you're always here, so I figure this is the best way to get in contact with you. And because we really need to do that, we need to tell you something big. And as they're about to reveal, Sharon comes in, shocked, saying, oh my gosh, you're the Diego and Fran from Umix. Ray, how'd you know I was a fan of these guys? And he explains that you're a fan? Like, you don't seem like the kind of person you would be. So, she's like, okay, why are they here? And Ray's like, they're here to see me. They were about to tell me some news when we came in, so what's the news? And then we cut back to Fran and Diego, and they explain that Diego's like, well, I hope you're okay with babysitting, because there's going to be a lot of that in the future. And Ray, not Gregorio. Ray's like, I would be a grandpa. He's so happy. Ray, he faints. And Sharon's like, wait, what? So which one of you is this kid? Well, he's on the ground. So which one of you is this kid? And Fran's like, Diego. I'm his daughter-in-law. And then they go and try and then they go and check on Ray, who's fainted, kind of thing. Just make sure he's all alright and stuff. And that's where it is now. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point.